everyone, and welcome back to another one of my Scraptastic videos. And today I'm using the Lost in Mind kit from Scraptastic. This is the March kit, or one of the March kits. And here's just a quick look at all the supplies I'll be using. I think I picked out most of the embellishments that came in the kit and the add-on. And I picked two pattern papers and the transparency. This lovely pattern paper with oranges and pinks, and the first thing I'm going to do is just punch out a whole lot of circles using my punches. So here, punching out of the transparency, and because I don't have larger circles in my punches, I'm just using little elements that have a circle design and just tracing around that to create my larger circles, and just have to cut them out with my scissors. I'm going to do the same thing in that lovely pattern paper, and I'm using a tin for this one and just cutting out that circle and just punching out a couple more. So I used some scalloped circles as well, just to add a bit of detail. I also wanted to make these elements just pop out a bit more, so I'm drawing a border around them. And you will see that on this layout I doodled quite a bit, and this just is another one of those little doodle elements. So this is a bit time consuming, but I just love the detail it adds, and I think it works really well on this layout. I've picked 4 photos for this project, all Instagram pictures, and they're all pictures of the products I received a couple of weeks ago from American Crafts. And I always feel like a little girl when I get my boxes, all giddy and happy, jumping around. And I thought I'd create a layout about it. Just punching out a couple more of those circles. And here you can see me tracing some circles again. Now I could have cut out squares and put them in my silhouette machine, but that takes up so much time, and I have all these things on my desk, so it was pretty easy just to trace around them and cut them out. So now I'm going to create a kind of clustered design which is centered in the layout, and I'm going to have a couple of circles which are at the bottom and at the top, creating a flow going from top to bottom or bottom to top. And this is also a really fun way to use up your scraps. So if you've only got a couple of papers left over or pieces, you could just punch out some shapes and then create a layout using those punched out shapes. So I'm pretty happy with how this design looks. I'm going to start gluing them down, and I'm also just turning up those borders of the circles a bit just to create a bit of dimension. Here I'm using my tape runner because although there are some layers, it's not really centered, so using the stapler wouldn't be such a good idea. Now, I love using transparency, but it has a bit of a problem as well, because if you want to glue it down, you might just see that glue through the transparency. So here what's nice about the Alice & Craft transparency is if you've got those lovely hearts, white hearts on it, and so I just made sure that the glue was put on those little white spots, and so you won't see it peeking through. Cutting out one of the labels. These are exclusive labels that come in the kit. And I'll also be using one of these speech bubbles with chalkboard effect. And I'm just dabbing that onto my shirt so that the stickiness goes away a bit. Having a look through these lovely stickers from Amy Tangerine from her new collection, +1. And I'm also going to be using some of that exclusive flair that comes in the kit. Now here in the kit as well, there were these lovely brads, huge brads from Pebbles, and I'm going to be using 2 of those just to add a bit of bling. Now I'm going to write my journaling into that speech bubble, but I had a bit of a problem because that white pen, I had used it previously in a mixed media project, and I had written on some gesso and there was some gesso still on the tip, and so I messed up my journaling. So I took off that little speech bubble and put on another one, made sure that my pen was writing correctly, and just started all over again. And once I had the journaling done, I just adhered to that to the layout. I'm also going to add just a little stamp. This is from the stamp set that comes with the kit. Well, you can buy it with the kit. So if you've got a lot of the products from the kit already and you just want the stamp set, you can get that in the store. My title, I'm using XOXO from that lovely sticker sheet. And I'm going to just add those little brads. Well, yeah. Just having a look through the stickers, and I think I'll be going for these little puffy ones. Love these little stickers. And once that is done, I'm going to finish off my title with my white pen again. And as I already added some doodling around those circles, I thought I'd add a bit more with my white pen. And so added a couple of little hearts. And I doodled all the way around the border, the outer edge of the layout. And this is just L's and E's, which I wrote all around the border, and at some point I also added a couple of hearts, and at the very end I wrote the word love. And I love doing this when I've got a really dark background because it just finishes off the page, and it's just a fun creative way to add a bit of detail. And it's not expensive. So there you have it, the finished layout. I hope you enjoyed this little video and can't wait to see you next time. Bye bye!